Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the first episode of Breaking Silver, where we try to figure out why exactly it is that I am unable to climb out of silver, and we try to make sense of what we can do so that I can get to climbing. Now, of course, there's a lot of content in YouTube from various YouTubers of different calibers that try to demonstrate gameplay of different champions, different builds, and so on and so forth. But from what I've been able to find, there's really no one at a low elo who's doing a competitive series, that is doing a series that tries to analyze and understand, instead of just trying to put a game out there where they get tilted and yelled and so on and so forth. So this, it's no shame in admitting I am a significantly better analyst for League than I am a player. I understand a lot of the concepts involved in League, but it's an execution. It's just I suffer so horribly. And this, hopefully, this series is going to be part of something that not only helps me understand what all that I'm doing wrong, but also helps you guys see what I'm doing wrong, and then we can all learn from it. And hopefully, as I'm talking through it myself, we'll be able to Okay, now first things first. Do not okay. So I was afraid there. The reason I just quieted down, waited with bated breath, was because I did not want to get hooked early on. Right, like this early on in the game, 4 or 5 auto attacks is all it takes to kill a champion. Especially if that champion has a starting item for an ADC, in this case a call. And Leona's early game damage is no joke. So if she lands a hook there, I'm dead. I don't know what she started, but I have to respect her. If she jumps on me, I die. So we're doing a slightly fun thing. We're playing Glacial Augment Zyra. This means, not just Twin Shadows. We're going to do it properly. We're going to build Hextech GLP. That's going to be our Lost Chapter item. And we're basically going to be putting a carry pants on, right? We're going to be a secondary AP carry who happens to have a support item for warding. So the reason I popped these plants here, and of course, I hit them and I wasn't hoping to hit them because I threw it in the middle of the minion wave, just to push the wave, because as at Zyra, our main advantage comes from a pushing lane. And in the current meta of League, the people that can push get these turret plates. Each turret plate is worth a lot of gold. So I'm going to be talking about a lot of stuff that people with experience in League will certainly know about. So I apologize if that bores you guys, but I'm also trying to make this series friendly to people that are, much like me, stuck in low elo and are trying to break their way out. But people who, unlike me, don't necessarily exactly know what it is that they're doing wrong. So that's what we'll be trying to do. Whenever we mess up, don't win, don't play well, we'll be trying to figure out exactly what it is that we messed up on and improve accordingly. So here, Leona's almost guaranteed to be in bush. Yeah, there we go. And the reason she'd stay in bush there, of course, is so that there we go, dodge out the Zenith Blade. And the reason she'd stay in bush, of course, is so that she can kind of catch us one out. Again, this is still early game. Auto attacks hurt a ton. If I get stunned and then rooted and then stunned the way Leona can make you do, I die, for sure. So it is easier for me to dodge because she is slow thanks to Glacial Augment, since I got the auto attack on her. That just allowed me to walk sideways and dodge it. But it was important that I dodged it there, otherwise I would have had to blow my flash. In probability I wouldn't actually have died there. Whoa, what is Jen doing? So the reason I didn't flash Ignite was because I needed Jen and heal. Leona has Exhaust, not Ignite. She does have Electrocute though. That one I'm not too sure about, boys. It might be an honest mistake, and then again, it might just be her trying to get those early all-ins, improve that early game damage. So we're going to preface that. There we go. She should die there. There we go. Walk away, boys. So he didn't have heal. If I just walk up and ignite him, he's dead. Flash is not going to save him there. So what he should have done is he should have stayed safe, he should have backed off, he should have recognized that that could have happened, and he should have played with appropriate respect. Zyra and Ashe, the reason this lane has been traditionally such a strong lane is because it's a super Pokemon. I'm actually going to stay here for a bit because neither of them have teleport, which means we're actually free to go ahead and get this card played. Or not. Okay. Well, we came super close to getting that card played now. I'm just going to spawn a couple of plants here. Keep this wave pushed. Alright. Jin's back, so I'm going to run away now. So, the reason I pushed a little bit more there was because now, if Jin, even if Jin tries to... Okay. So there goes his flash. He misses all of this. And he doesn't get the kill off on me. That's not very good. And now this also means Ashe will be back in time to get all of her minions, right? So again, this brings me back to the point I was trying to make earlier before Jin so rudely interrupted her and killed me. Why did you do that to a fella? Why? Okay. Point being, over here, what I was trying to do was to get another wave pushed in, closer to being pushed in under tower, so that by the time Jin comes back, he wouldn't be able to shove in the wave into our tower, so that Ashe would miss all of these minions. As it is, if Ashe misses any of these minions, it'll only be because, well, she wasn't able to last hit. So Jin took another tower shot there. This boy is needlessly aggressive, but that doesn't mean we can just jump on him, right? That's part of the benefit of having someone like a Leona support who can heal for you. Like she can stun, root, block for days anybody who tries to jump on her AD carry. And if I try to approach them without due respect, even though Jin is playing not smartly, they will kill me, for sure. So there goes his lethal tempo. Okay, so Yasuo should just go back. Yeah. He's trying to overforce this. Like, that's a Leona. There's no way that's going to work. He's just going to get stun locked and he's going to die. Yep. Okay, no. So what Leona did there, of course, was she tried to go for a minion kill on her for her relic shield, but she shouldn't walk up to do that unless she's prepared and willing to take as much damage from losing for as she just did. Now, I just stole 2 minions, but that's okay because that ability landing on Leona made all my plants lock onto her, which means we dealt millions of damage. That amount of damage. Oh, close. Now, while it would have been very nice if that had hit, it is very unfortunate that it didn't in fact hit. What? We didn't get the charge hit? Unfortunate, dude. Okay. I really should apologize for taking 12 minion kills. It's not okay. Okay. Anyway, we get this card plate now. There we go. 80 gold. That's the advantage of having this pushing lane. We just get so much gold, and we're just going to throw him off of that. If he wants this, he's going to take some good pain. Okay. So, I can back here, but I'm not an item spike. Like, the biggest item I could buy here would be Sorcery Shoes, which would be a huge boon to my damage. But, which, again, it's like, I would much rather just complete my GLP. I would just much rather complete my actual item. I miss my root, unfortunately. But I can still poke her. I can still put this under tower fast enough that I think Jin will miss all these now. It's unfortunate that I collected that wave because Ashe should have those minions. Like with Fireballs, yes, but those minions should still be hers. The fact that I took them means that I get the gold, I get the XP, she doesn't. However, it also means that Jin misses all of that golden experience from the wave that I pushed in, including a cannon wave. And the cannon, very importantly, Ashe would not actually have gotten, even if I had left it be. So by pushing this under tower, Jin loses slightly more than Ashe does, and okay. Now this is controversial for sure because I don't mean that. That wasn't controversial. That was just bad. What's controversial is the idea of should a support go ahead and take the gold? Should a support be the one pushing waves? And that really depends on the support. In a lot of cases, support with gold is just about as useful as a support without gold. It's more for their kit than the amount of gold that they have. I'm not actually sure how much I can do here. but I can definitely do some good damage to people over there. Well, I was considering whether or not it was worth my life there, right? Because the hope was I would be able to go in and take dragon somehow. Like I'd be able to steal, maybe miss the smite. That didn't happen. So instead I just ended up getting a kill on the Leona. And unfortunately dying. But given that Udyr was top and Jax was also top, that play does not end up horribly for us because we get a lot out of it. Unless they watch this guy, which shouldn't happen. But it happened. Okay, for Necton, getting that stun back in time. Well played. He also went into Mordekaiser and died, so Ashe needs to be careful here. Because if I don't go and defend this, Mord with Yasuo is going to for sure pick. He's going to get this, so I need to go ahead and defend that for a while. I'm going to go ahead and ward this so that I don't get jumped on. So that we can see if Mord wins. Because with Yasuo dying, that allows Mord to basically go as he pleases. So it's very important there that I warded the river, because without it, we don't have any information about his abilities. Of course, it also does make it slightly harder for Mumu to catch us out. Alright, just saying before, with supports getting gold, like if Leona gets gold, like yeah, it'll be easier for her to survive, but at the end of the day, her job is not to sit in front and face tank damage. Like that, she's not meant to be a tank with so much gold that she just sits in. Well, this is very silly. Like, Leona just what was that, guys? I deal a lot of damage, Ashe has a stun, I have a lot of CCs being to land my abilities, I have tree seeds there, my plants would just go spit, which is exactly what happened. Like, if you want to go in like that, and Jin's ulti, by the way, does not deal nearly as much damage to full health targets. Jin's ulti deals a lot more damage based on the amount of health that the targets are missing. So you want to use it to either start a fight from far away when you're sure that the rest of your team can easily follow up and execute, or you want to actually go ahead and kill people who are low health. You never want to start like that. And Leona just walked at us, which allowed us to just unload our abilities on each other. And because Shen had used his ult to initiate, he just couldn't join the fight. So he just hold in the position to deal some damage. Yeah, well, two flashes here. Like, that was super sketchy. Like the fact that I didn't hit my abilities there was super rough. Like had I landed my abilities there, we would have been in a much better position, but I didn't. Because landing my abilities is one of the ways in which I direct my plans to attack a certain character. So I'll go over Zyra's ability in just a bit. But here, assuming my plans had started to attack Jhin, there's no way he would not have been forced to, walk away from that tower, because my plants would have dealt a ton of damage. Zyra's base damages are pretty high, her plants attack at a fairly rapid rate. She deals a lot of damage if she can get her plants down. So that would have allowed us to zone him away from the tower and get a bunch of, this is not good by the way. The fact that Mordekaiser can just like jump through all that CC and just like kill people already, he's going to sustain for a lot, he's going to deal a lot of damage. So this makes it imperative, by the way, that I complete an item like Morlonomicon or Leandri's Torment. Either Morlonomicon to cut down the healing that Mordekaiser would get, or Leandri's Torment to cut through all the amount of HP that he has. Either way, I need items to cut through, that have passives that help me cut through that amount of health and that amount of healing. So my plan there was not to actually go ahead and attempt to steal Ashe's minions. Honestly, I was just trying to try to poke Leona, which I managed, but she has so much innate tankiness. Oh, yeah, got him. Double flash, okay. Ah, no. We focused the wrong people, right? Okay, but she wins. It's okay. So their mistake there was they fought in the middle of my plants. Never do that. Those plants were ulted plants. So as a result, they attack much faster, they attack for more damage, and they're harder to kill. So Jhin started ulting here, which means he was taking the full brunt of this plant here, and when Leona tried to walk at Ashe, there was another plant. That allowed Ashe to get a double kill. Unfortunately, turret plating has already fallen off, so we're not going to get as much gold as we could have had we been able to make that play slightly earlier. But it's all good. It's all good. It's still a decent, sizable amount of damage. Ashe should be careful here. Renekton teleported in. Oh, that's why. There's no way this works, right? Like, she can just double walk, right? But Amumu has a lot of CC. She's just gonna gift wrap and deliver. Okay. This game's gonna be hard. Renekton's very powerful. If he ever gets on top of me, I'm dead. Like, I'm very squishy. Renekton has high base damages. On top of that, he's fed. Whoa! Okay. My mistake, though, of course, is a very simple one. No respect. Right? The entire team was there. I knew their entire team was there. We had vision of them. I still walked in way too close. I didn't have my ulti, which I forgot for a second, mind you. So just walked in and I cut the tape. No, that never happened. Wait, she got away? Never mind. I wish I'd seen exactly how it happened. How do you get away from Mordecai? But I mean, meanwhile, Udyr is just like, okay, we can't fight, so I'm just gonna go ahead and keep taking towers. So that was really well played by Udyr. Well, that was smart. Proto belts. Make my weapons bigger. Ignite it so that the healing cuts around. Oh my god, he's bad. So dealt a ton of damage, but like, good lord. Not nearly enough, of course. Plants hurt, but our Nudge will hurt enough to be able to just. Actually, should be able to. Like, between Ashe and me, we have decent enough wave clear. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so if Leona runs back at Ashe, we know this. That's why I didn't want to fight that. Oh, actually, we did. It's not worth it. If we'd been able to kill the Renekton there, yeah, that might have been good. Because he has a massive shutdown in his head. Just kill Leona there. Like, I should have known better. I did know better. I just decided to follow my ADC into to the ends of the world, and that did not go well. All right, so don't do that. Don't when other people do dumb things. In League as in life. I need to stay back. I need to stay far enough back. I need to respect the range through which these guys can get to me. Just need to keep throwing out my plans, keep farming, keep getting items. I will be able to carry this. Like, I have the damage and the champion kit necessary to be able to fight. Through this, regardless of how fed they are. Like, we're going to scale extremely hard. Ashe is going to deal a lot of damage. Jax scales really, really well as well. Just like, we have the necessary tools to win. We just need to use them well. Okay. So, I'm just going to be annoying here. Go, space, plants, possible wall. That deals way too much damage. I can't take his Q bonk. Demolished. Oh. Might actually lose his home here. Yeah, I think we got him. Unfortunately, Ashe didn't. So Ashe wanted to try to keep killing him there, but she shouldn't have done that. She should have recognized. Okay. So Jax should be able to get this because Jax should have his Q coming up. Flash Q. We don't have flash. But Yasuo doing the right thing there, looking at all the picks we're getting, using the Herald top, pushing it down. Wow, only at the inhib tower, but now that means we also actually get to keep doing this. Because, wow, whoa. Nice. So they spent a lot of resources to try to kill a bunch of us. They didn't get as much as they hoped they would get. I need to back away here, of course, by the way. I don't have any vision on Zyra because I can't be there. So I'm just going to work Baron to make sure they don't rush it. Renekton has to go deal with this massive wave up top, but similarly Ashe is going and pushing bot, which is good, but we don't know where people are, so she needs to be careful. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I wanted to back there, possibly complete part of my item, but I can't do that in good conscience because, of course, they started making moves towards Baron. I don't have any seeds yet. I swear I'm eventually going to explain Zyra's kit. I need to back away here. Oh, that's so good. I got two people with my ultimate. Oh, so good, so good. So good. Beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. They just ran at us. Again, like this was the same mistake that Leona made from earlier in the game, where she just ran at us. Like she should not be running at us like that. And that's simple. Team? Okay. I mean, we should have Baron. We should have gone straight to Baron. People were more interested in Dragon than Baron, but Baron would have allowed us to push super hard. I mean, we push super hard, but we won't be able to finish Baron afterwards. But whereas if we had taken Baron, then for the next 3 minutes, we would have been able to push. We don't have minions. That's going to make this slightly more difficult. Oh, actually, never mind. My plants tanking the tower shots actually allowed us to get this. Okay, that's so good. Because now we get this tower, Ashe gets bot tower, we get Infernal Drake. It's not a Baron. It's a pretty damn big power play, and it all came on the back of them just making a mistake, right? They ran at us when they shouldn't have, allowed me to get a 2-person ulti. They took a lot of damage. Ashe had a really good ultimate. Mordekaiser didn't get any of his healing, and the reason, of course, Mordekaiser didn't get healing, I absolutely failed to respect what they could do to me. That was my bad. Here, it's terrifying the Jhin into submission and running away like a beast. Ooh, Mordekaiser's flash, he's dead. What? Oh my gosh, no way! That was so close. That had no business being that close, yo. If he'd actually dodged one more Jhin bullet, but I think he had him. That was amazing. Alright, so I have two choices here. I can either go for the Merlin Omicron, I can go for the Leandry's Merlin Omicron, healing reduction on Renekton and Mordekaiser. Leandry's cuts through all the gigantic tanky members. On the whole, I think I'm going to build towards the Leandry's because I really want to be able to cut through everybody. And right now, Merlin Omicron, the flat magic penetration is very bad against magic resistance being stacked up. And Leona gets a lot of magic resistance from her W passive. Amumu has a Negatron cloak, and Renekton is going to Asterix as well. So all these people are going to be super beefy. They're going to have a lot of HP. Better than flat penetration would be what scaling HP damage. He also just did. I don't know why he was there. Hey, question mark penalty, like that one? That one's on. Okay. Okay, so that should be a good fight for us. Because Ashe doesn't get it. So Ashe doesn't get it. In that case, that's my bad. Okay. So I walked up because I thought Ashe, since she has two completed items, I thought her AoE team fight damage would be large enough that if I land those massive roots, if I land that 5-4 ulti, which it has to be because those three people have to walk towards us, so at least three people get stuck in the ultimate. I thought Ashe would take advantage and deal a lot of damage, but she did not deal nearly as much damage as I thought, so we just sort of ended up dying, and she just got one kill and had to spend her flash to get rid of Renekton. She's not worked out for her. So Duskbolt cannot go in. He is squishy, squishy, squishy. He will get 1 shot, 2 shot, not very many shots. Okay. So I just have to walk away here. Unfortunately, I didn't bullet. Whoa, whoa! Udyr is really strong. Like, they should fight this for sure. There we go. Yeah, no, they win this. There we go. Yeah, like, Udyr is super strong. He has a Ravenous Hydra, he has a Maul from Mortius. The big carries are dead. Like, they just get to jump in. Yeah, that's nice. That was very good for us. I was just overstaying. Like, they got cocky. I had another good ulti. Ignited the Mordekaiser, so you would get healing. And yeah, it was pretty much that simple. I should probably get a Zhonya's Arlast, to be entirely honest with you. The reason I said I should get a Zhonya Zyra Glass is because I keep running into the middle of them a lot to land the abilities of melee champions, but if I do that, I leave myself vulnerable because Renekton can just jump on me, and so then Leona. And if I'm going to keep jumping in like that, I really should have a way to protect myself afterwards. Okay. And of course, we get moved obviously. It might be 5 and 7, but like, yo, we're gonna win. This game is easy. Mordekaiser one lane, but that doesn't mean anything if you pick the right fight. It's not about the strength of visuals. That was bad. I didn't get my E to go off. I think I'm actually going to get my rallies because she's up there. Thank you, Yasuo. That was an amazing win roll by the Yasuo. Oh, slowing everybody. I'm just gonna sit here and keep throwing out spells. Okay, I'm just gonna throw down some plants for my quest. Wait. These fights, who's alive? It's Leona on one side of the world and me on the other. Okay, well, I am stronger than Leona by far. But she does have an Iceborne Gauntlet, so it's not that she has no healing power. And if she gets to jump on me, I will die. She's free. Okay, let's get that seed before she can. Anyway, I'm just gonna run away here. Wow. She actually flashed and killed me. Shot. Sad. Wham. I should have respected Leona Farmer, but she shouldn't be here. She should not be here. Like, her being here benefits us greatly because there's this massive wave pushing up now, which means when they respawn, they have to go deal with this, which means we get this for free. People should be here. Jhin has to deal with this. We can see that thanks to this minion wave, which Leona should have been dealing with instead of being here pushing down a lane that already has super minions. Because this thing is going to push by itself. There's no way she actually takes a tower or anything. So there's no point in her being there other than try to get it into me, which again shouldn't have happened because I should have been significantly more respectful. But, you know. For situations like this, it is worth being precise. That last fight where we fought here and I was there and I was just throwing out spells, kind of how I want these fights to play out, right? I just want to be in the back line, throwing out spell after spell. And in that situation, I really should not need to be, if they stay in this choke point, choke points are really where I want to fight. Like, I just want to fight in the jungle like this all day long because my plans will make short and easy work of all of them. Right, down. So once I've thrown out my spells, I need to back up. I need to hope that my teammates do their work properly because otherwise there's not much that we can do about things. We still have a carry alive, but please don't know where the dragon. Oh wait, oh my gosh, I didn't.
Enemy rampage.
There's just not much to say.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
I still maintain that this game is easy to win. Oh, so bad. Oh my god. It's okay, Yasuo. Do not worry, friend. We will make up for our past failures. So, my completed build, as a personal challenge to myself, I'm not going to do something. I'm going to have good enough positioning that I'm not going to need to go golden. I'm going to stay here. So, oh my gosh, they're all going in like that. That was bad. Like, no. I can't alter roll. I get what he's, I hear what he's saying, right? But Ashe wasn't there.
Turret has been destroyed.
Yasuo and Jax jumped in. Sorry, Yasuo and Udyr? Jax? Yes, yeah, exactly. Like, Ashe asked me questions. There were only two of them. I wasn't there in position to use my ulti. They should not have done that. That was a very, very stupid way to go into the fight. Also, I should have been able to get away from that. I failed the blast combo, as you surely saw. I wanted to use it. I wanted to be able to use it towards the wall, but it was just the angle slightly ended up going on the wall. That cost me another death. Died 10 times. Like, that's not acceptable. Dying that many times is never necessarily more reasonable. I'm gonna get a massive ulti. This is there. Oh, like, that's the good stuff. That's why I'm saying we win this, because all our champions deal massive late game damage. And we have really good team fighting with Ashe's mini slows and knockups. Please, 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 please. Can we walk to Baron? Thank you. But as much as I would have, as much as we should be doing Baron, it was very good to actually go ahead and take those units first, because otherwise they would have been pushing into our base. So, as it is, we get the Baron anyway. We're going to be able to use them to defend from the super minions, and I'm going to protect this with Jax. If my plans take it, so be it. It's not like blue buff is bad on me, but yeah, that should happen. Situation like this, always take as much as you can from the enemy, but of course don't overstay. Go ahead and walk away. Those red dots, super minions. And we're lucky they don't have the third inhib yet, because that would mean double supers and everything. Whoa, whoa, Jax needs to not be there. It's a horrible idea. Okay, so now I have a choice between Rylai's and Morello. Morello would cut down on healing and deal more immediate damage. Yeah, I think I'm actually just gonna go for it. Because Renekton and Mordekaiser, they're being able to jump in, do all this damage, and still heal up for so much, even though they're relatively squishy. Like they have a bit of health, but for the most part, they have massive amounts of healing based on the amount of damage that they're doing. Like Dead Stance, Ravenous Hydra, and Mordekaiser's passive, just the way the champion works, means the more damage they deal, the more they heal and shield. And so to cut through all of that, I went for the Morellonomicon. I only have the Morellonomicon Leander, so I should be able to shred people here. Okay, so here I need to help them here. Okay, so I need to run away there from the next one. Walk away, drop the ignite, get the kill. That's 4 dead. So I didn't particularly mind the Renekton jumping on me there, because I knew I could just walk away. I knew I could just walk away from him, well, flash away from him to be precise. And so I just let him jump in, and then flashed away, stood in my ulti, each of the really good fight, damage, stun off, Ashe's 3 to hit. One time it's a substantial still, but it's a really, he's playing as though it's still that early stage when we're all weak, but that's really not the case. I mean, he's going to kill me, but it's not worth it. I'm dead. Well done. But it's not worth it, Mordekaiser, because you're losing 2 inhibitors. Much better if you try to defend those 2 inhibitors, or if you try to use that ulti on Jax or Ashe to make them. It's usually the Jax though, because he's the one you can actually hit. So, in a situation like that, it's really good, and since the next one keeps jumping onto me, it might have been really good if we had, if I had a Zonya in this situation. But again, every time they keep doing that now and don't touch the rest of my team, I think that's very good for me. They're very good for our chances of winning, even though it's not at all good for my KDA. It's really horrible. Oh, yeah, no, that's. Oh dear, that was a very smart move. I can go flash or dash out. Yeah, there we go. So I have to decide my last item. I can go for Rylai's Crystal Scepter. I can go for Void Staff, try to cut through magic resistance, which I really don't have a lot of. It's just I'm moving the Leona with a little bit. Okay, so I'm not gonna go Void Staff. Choices are basically between Rylai's and Zonia's. I think I will go Rylai's. I think just being able to slow down these juggernauts so that our team can kite them out is just going to be super useful utility. and if I give my life because they keep jumping onto me, so be it. And again, I'm going to keep working on this. Alright, I'm going to take this chance, this long fighting, 35 minutes in the game to explain what my champion does. Got little seeds. Your passive pulse action, I don't think at all. Hopefully, you guys are not completely lost because you have been seeing these abilities non-stop. So it's ward there to make sure we're not getting flanked on. Trouble is, for them, if they maintain this, we win out on this because we have super minions, and eventually they will. There we go. Yasuo and Guardian, you're like, I saw an opportunity to make a massive play. Like, I just saw what happens, went for it. Yeah. They're taking way too much damage. None of them can heal because I have Morlonomicon. I have 2% knockup. They can't go walk out of it, I know for a fact, because of Hexer Gym. That really is the power of the Glacial Augment, by the way. I've been talking this entire game about it, as though, you know, you guys are sort of familiar with all the items and everything. But anyway, Glacial Augment, it's a keystone that says whenever you slow somebody with an active item, you shoot freeze rays under them. By shooting those freeze rays under them, slow down enough round under everybody, so it's not just a hard champion thing, which is what bolts just hit champions, slow champions and hits, but Glacial Augment makes the entire ground runs, they can't walk up my ulti, that knocks them up, Yasuo comes in, alt comes in, they all die, they can't heal, I have Morlonomicon, the enemy is cutting through them, and it's just, that was very good. Like, you group up against that, against a champion with engage or giant AoE knockup or ulti, very bad. So, like I said, game was easy to win. It did not need to be that difficult at all. I'm going to honor the Udyr for staying so proof. Like, he played well, and he didn't get super mad when he kind of hinted. Anyway, did lots of damage that game. Played reasonably well in team fights. In that when I died in the later game, team fights, it was because I was allowing them to jump on me so that the rest of my team would stay safe. There were a couple of very bad positioning mistakes. I just walked into them and died. But again, that kind of stuff is what made the game harder than it needed to be. Aha, you see, give him a win and he's happy. It's like, Leech versus the Sailor, like kittens with cream. You give them a win, it's like giving kitten cream. It's just like a purr, they're so happy. Look at that damage. Look at that damage. It's just, Zyra just deals so much consistent damage from the support position. You don't have to play her mid. You don't need all those items. The fact that you have these plants that you're spitting. The fact that Liandry's is burning through their maximum health. The fact that my Glacial Augment for my auto attacks, which you've seen slow because of Glacial Augment, Hextech GLP creating freeze rays, means Liandry gets the extra double burn and the burn increases to 2.5% against movement paired units. So they're just taking so much consistent damage from me, even when I don't have to have many items. But later game team fights, the reason I really like this build is, first of all, by this build, I mean specifically Hextech GLP and Glacial Augment with the Morlonomicon, it's because you just provide so much support to your team. Like, your E plant's already slow, your alt is a massive knockup, your GLP is a zoning tool, it just keeps the game under so much control, and they can't heal in the team fight, and they're staying in the middle of your plants, and it's just, you can just do so much as this champion. You have good early game laning presence, you have really good presence in later game team fights as well, assuming you're not a complete buffoon and walk into them and just die, and you just allow yourself to cast your spells. And we did successfully complete the challenge of not building a Zhonya's Hourglass, still staying safe in the later game team fights and winning, so yay us, we improved our positioning. We'll be back with some more Zyra action later on in the day. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned a bunch. And again, I'm sorry I was not able to go into the champion's abilities in detail like I promised I would. There was just so much non-stop action during that game. I'll do it in another video. Anyway, forget the damage. There's one thing I wanted to check here. The vision score. Let's see how I did there. Okay, so Ashe actually got a significantly higher vision score than me. And that is not because she warded better than me, because if you'll see, I placed 16 wards, she placed 14, which probably means I should have been placing a lot more wards, for sure. But I did buy 3 control wards. I did have a red sweeper that helped us, figure out wards and kill them. She had such a high vision score because of her Hawkshot. She revealed a lot of enemies, a granted sight of large amounts of areas with an ability. And of course, that kind of vision is very hard to compete with. But yeah, I should have been placing more wards for sure. A lot of the time when we died without vision, I went into places that I should not have been in. If I had taken the opportunity to ward earlier, then potentially that wouldn't have happened. Anyway, Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Have a lovely time. We'll be back with Breaking Silver. Keep climbing, keep figuring out our mistakes, keep learning, keep getting better. Thank you so much for watching and have a lovely day. Peace.